What's up, guys? Today, I'm in this beautiful place. I've been four-wheeling, but I wanted to take a moment and make a video to share with you. I'm joined by rising star in the community, super user, Yash Agarwal. I hope I said it right, Yash. If not, you can scold me in the video. So we're joined today by Yash, who's going to show us how to connect Microsoft Kaizala with Flow to do some amazing things, to make it more useful, to make it more fun. You ready? I'm ready. Let's check it out. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am John Levesque, today joined by rising star and Flow and apps Superman, Yash Agarwal. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Perfect. Okay, Yash, welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to this. I'm so excited for people to meet you today because you have been such a stud in our communities, answering how many solutions do you have now in our communities?
I have around 850.
850. So just so everyone's aware of what I'm talking about, we have Flow and Power Apps communities, and Yash here is a super user in both of them, a Flownaut and an Appstronaut. And so what that means is he is like above and beyond in answering questions and helping people. And it's so funny. He's actually so above and beyond. He actually answers more questions than the people we pay to answer questions. And so I don't know if that's like a compliment or an insult, Yash. Like maybe you should be getting paid for this. But amazing work. And so I'm very excited to introduce you to everybody today. So that's my big hype for you. I'm gonna go ahead and let Yash now take it away, tell you a little bit about himself and what we are covering in today's video. All yours, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. I'm Yash Agarwal. I'm from India, and I'm working as a software developer right now. Today's session will be working on automating business scenarios using Kaizala app and Microsoft Flow. So I'll get started with my presentation now.
Cool. So while you're pulling that up, I know that Kaizala is a very popular app around the world. In America, it's not so much. We don't use it as much. So the way I understand it is like it's a messenger thing, like a WhatsApp competitor, right? But is it that, or is it more than that? Can you give us a brief little tip scenario on what is Kaizala exactly?
It's like a team chat app along with where you can share your teamwork and all that stuff.
Okay.
Uh, a WhatsApp Microsoft Teams combination, you can say it.
Okay.
And
Cool.
you could develop custom actions and all that stuff so that you could create a group for your organization, and you can enable your employees to sign in with their Active Directory credentials, and based on
Oh,
that you could create jobs, you could create surveys, you could create all those birthdays and all that announcements on those groups. Apart from,
nice.
you could also create subgroups for your team members and send them jobs and all that cool stuff. So
Okay, sweet. That sounds cool. That's way bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was just a messenger. So cool, man. Go ahead, share your screen and take it away.
all right. So I have started sharing my screen now.
I see it. And
Yeah.
you can minimize me there. We don't need two of me.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. So as I was mentioning, we'll be talking about automating business processes with Kaizala app and Flow. Now, in this particular session, we are looking at a particular business scenario, that is automating package delivery management. How it works is we have a warehouse where all these packets are being collected, and it's an XYZ company which is taking care of these logistics of these packets which are coming in.
Okay.
Uh, we have a regional manager in this package management warehouse who will be creating all these entries for all the packages that come in, and these packages will then be assigned to delivery executives who will take it forward from there and deliver it to their customers and all that stuff.
I love it. So you're building like Amazon Prime in Power Apps and Flow here.
Yes, I mean a small
Perfect.
Amazon Prime.
I love it.
All right. And here's a little bit about me. So, as I was telling, I'm a software developer at Applied IS. And recently, I have started this blog by thedevs.com. I highly recommend you guys check this out.
I
Uh,
highly recommend it too. Go check out his blog. He's amazing.
yeah. In this blog itself, I have started a new series that is called as, I'm calling it as Power Shots, where I'm focusing on small new features, workarounds, and tips which could help you build nice, efficient flows in Canvas apps. Uh,
Awesome.
Also, as John mentioned earlier, I'm a Flownaut and astronaut for the Microsoft Flow and Power Apps community.
Not just a flow and astronaut, like the flow and astronaut. 850 solutions. That's insane. I still can't get over that. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So this is an overview of what we'll be doing right now. First, we'll look into the Kaizala custom action, how we can create one. Then we'll look at a SharePoint online list schema that we are designing for this application so that we can store all the data over there. Then we have a Power App based Canvas app, which will enable the regional managers to input all the data of the packages that are coming in. And finally, we'll build the flow for automating all this stuff. So
Awesome.
let's get started.
Let's do it.
So as you can see, this is the Kaizala portal over here that we're looking at. I already have created this packet delivery action over here. I'll just walk you through of what it is doing.
Okay.
You can always come back and create an action from here. Uh,
Okay.
Most of the stuff is direct, and you could choose a survey template as I have done over here, and we will be defining questions that will be a part of this survey action, and then we'll do a small tweak to this survey file and import it back to our actions over here.
Okay.
So
So is this survey stuff? Is this all built right into Kaizala for you?
yes, it is already built. We just have to customize bits and parts like questions that you want to ask, and you could change the logo and all that stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay.
The good stuff is yet to come now.
Cool.
So
No, this is, but it's all new to me, so it's like it's all very exciting. I'm like, I didn't know any of this existed.
mhm. So it's like here we have a card title, which is item details. And my first question is if the delivery executive has received the item. It's a multi-choice question that you can assign over here. After that, now this is the good thing that is here. So if the delivery executive chooses it as yes, only then he'll be able to see the second question, which is the order ID that is printed on that particular packet over there. Similarly, we have the status, which is on the way, delivered, or delivery failed, again based on the first question. And then we have this delivery proof where the executive would click a photo of the delivered item, and then we could save that on our SharePoint list to send as a proof of delivery to our customer if needed.
Awesome.
Then we have these comments section. Finally, we also have a location sharing capability in Kaizara, which is as the last question once you create all the survey questions. So it will be a sixth question, which is not, I mean, you cannot see it over here, but once I click next, it will allow you to select it over here. So once you select this request for responders question, it will take the location of the responder as well.
Okay.
Now, once you're done with that, you would come and download the zip file of this action. It will save with this ID.
Okay.
Unzip this file, and you'll have to open the package.json file from that. So I'll show it to you real quick. So this is my action which is saved. So here, this is all content of this Kaizal action. And here is the package.json file that you need to look for. Open this
Okay.
file up over here. You have the schema version 1. You'll have to change this minor version to 2 or the next consecutive number, whatever it is. And then over here, there is one flag which is response editable. Now in our action, we have three options, which is if the order is on the way, if it is delivered, or if the delivery was failed. So we want the delivery executive to edit the survey form once they have submitted it based on the current status of the order.
Okay.
And so you'll have to change this to true. Originally, it's false. You'll have to save it to true. Then
Got
you
it.
just got to save this file, zip all the contents of this folder, and create another zip file like this. Finally, come back and upload it over here and import the action. After importing the action, it'll ask you to assign it to a particular group. You can find your Kaisala group and then assign it to the role, which is even admins can respond or members can respond to that.
Okay.
So this was the first module, which is customizing our action over here. Now we'll look into our SharePoint list schema, which we will create to store all the details. So once you have your SharePoint site up and running, create a list over there. And the list should essentially have the order details, which would be the title of the package, what is the current location of it, what is the email of your customer, the address of the customer, the delivery executive contact number, the delivery date, and the current status of the order. Once you
Awesome.
have all this, the schema for your list is ready. You can use the schema and directly create an app from Power Apps. That is, create an app over here. And for the Canvas app, just directly choose that SharePoint list and you'll come up with something like this. So it will create a proper edit form and a view form for you. And you can come here and add details or view what is the current status of any particular order or add any order details and all that stuff.
Nice. So now what we have so far is we have an action that will uh, basically do so the action does what for us? So this is it's a SharePoint list here, and then you have an app on top of that which can input data into that SharePoint list.
Yeah.
And then that action, how is that connected to this so far?
So flow is the connection piece between the action and this SharePoint list. Uh,
Gotcha.
what we
And
will
so then the action, tell me one more time, what does that action do?
the action will be sent on the Kaizala group when the item is created on the SharePoint list, and
Got it.
we are creating the item from this Canvas app over here. And
Okay.
as soon as it appears on the list, we will send an action with those item details and ID to the delivery executor.
Cool. Okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah. Now coming to the interesting part, that is our flow. So
Always the best part.
yeah, we'll be having three flows over here. First one, let's get started with the first one now. And let's name it as item created, as we want to trigger it when the item is created in SharePoint list. I mean, I have a bad habit of creating a manual instant flow first, deleting this trigger, and then adding the one I want.
Okay.
The trigger that you're looking for is when an item is created.
Yep. So for those of you guys who are trying to build this, you would click an automated flow from blank, and then you could go ahead and search this trigger.
Yeah. This is my SharePoint list that I'll choose, and the name of the, I mean, this was the site address, and
Yep.
item details was my SharePoint list name. Now,
Yep.
when this item is created over here, I want to send out a uh, action which is on Kaizala. So just search for Kaizala connector, and as you can find it over here,
And they have a lot of actions.
they do, and it's quite dynamic. I mean, more items and more actions, connectors, and not connectors, more triggers and actions are being added regularly.
I love that. I like when a team really like gives to its connector, when they really invest in their connector. It's great.
Yeah. We'll see the send action on a group action over here,
Okay.
and from here, we'll choose our group, which is delivery management, that is on Kaizala. And we're sending a custom action package over here. Apart from that, these are the inbuilt ones which are already available for the Kaizala app. That is, you could send a job, a survey, and all this stuff.
Cool.
And since ours is a custom one, we'll choose the action package. And as you remember that we have assigned it to our group over here in the
Yep.
Kaizala portal, we'll be able to see it over here as well. So this
Awesome.
packet delivery management action over here. Now, the thing is, we'll have to create a action body to send this over here. And
Okay.
uh, as in, this would be the title of the survey form that we are sending to the uh, Kaizala group. This would be a JSON object where we'll have title as the key. And we can have a custom string, which is item details. And I'll add the ID of the item that was created by choosing it from the dynamic selector over here. Yeah. So this will send the custom action to the Kaizala group with the title as item details and the ID of that particular order number, which
And
will,
so this body input, does it always expect JSON?
yes, it is,
Okay.
it always expects the JSON string.
That's good to know. So for those of you watching, if you're make sure to know that that's always expecting a JSON input, not text.
All right. So this is our first flow. Sweet and simple, just two actions over here.
Cool. This is so cool. Like not only do we get to see great flows being built by a master, but we also get to learn about Kaizala, something just So I don't know about my viewers, but for me, it's just a total unknown. So it's extra cool today.
Yep. We'll come back to our flows and again start a new one. Again, bad habits here, but you could always go and find the Kaizala connector. This flow is basically what it will do is what what will happen once the action is sent to the Kaizala group and someone responds to it.
Okay.
So it will be triggering on the Kaizala uh, trigger where someone responds to a custom action.
Whoa. When someone responds, oh my gosh, look at these triggers and actions. Man, anybody watching this, you should be taking note from this Kaizala team. They're doing a connector like pros. That's cool.
We will select our group again over here. The action package is packet management. And this one is a tricky part where you'll have to select action as all. So every time it happens that once an action is sent, it registers as a new one. So you'll see the list of all the actions that have been sent so far. So
Oh, okay.
you'll have to select all so that it considers it in general.
Got it.
Now, once this is done, you will be doing it in a way where um, so it's like we have these questions in the Kaizala action. I'll go
Mm-hmm.
back to it. As you can see here, we have these questions, right? So the output of this action will again be answer to question one, answer to question two, and so on. So we'll be mapping it just that way. We need
Okay.
a get item over here first, which is getting the item from the SharePoint list. So here is our get item and the site address and everything again. Now the ID which will be over here is we'll have to find it out, which is the integer of we'll have to come here and select a quest answer from here. Now, in the survey action, we had the order ID as question number two.
Yep.
So to answer number two will be answer to question number two will be our option of choice over here. So we'll choose that and just press OK. So this will get the particular item for us from the list.
Okay.
Now what we'll do is we'll do a switch case. And this will be switched over our Kaizala answer number three. So let's go to our answer number three. What is it? It is on the way, delivered, and delivery failed. So based on these three choices, we'll be switching the action over here.
Okay.
And let's assume the first one is delivered. We'll open this and our next action would be update the item on SharePoint. I'll do this like real quick. And over the ID over here, we could reference it from the get item part. And again, title would be from the get item dynamic selector. The current location is the location that we are requesting from the Kaisala action. Now it will be the sixth question number, but it will not appear here. So what you'll have to do is select answer to question number one and copy this, come to the expression editor, paste it over here, remove all this. Hang on. Here we're looking for answer number six. And in answer number six, it's like the location which will come in. It'll again give you an object type, which will have the coordinates and the name of the area. And it is denoted by n. So this is the variable, I mean, this is the key that we are looking for in the current location part.
Wow. This is intense. How did you figure that out? That's pretty crazy.
After a couple of runs, I was able to find the key.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
we have the email from the get item part again. All these attributes will come. from the get item part itself. Now, this delivery executive contact number again is coming from our Kaizala action trigger, which is the
Okay.
responder's mobile number. Delivery date, we'll have to put it as again. So SharePoint has this delivery date formats that you can set. Based on that, we'll use the format date time expression. And since we are updating it now, we'll choose the UTC now. And our date format right now is um, MMDDYY. So capital MM for our month, double D for the date, and YYYY for the year. So here we have this, and let's update it to delivered. That's all. Now, again, we had this update which was copied to my clipboard.
Yep.
Uh, Unfortunately, that does not work in switch case, so we'll have to do that all over again.
Really? Does the copy not work in a switch?
It does not. It will give you an error.
Oh, that's a bug. I need to report that.
And when you're creating a switch case, ensure that you are copying the exact string. I have
Yes.
seen flows failing just because a space adding over here, blank space, and
Yep.
you see it. Yeah,
Yep. It is extremely case sensitive.
I'll do this like real quick again. So the good thing is you can actually come and copy the formula. So
Man, this is so cool. This is really cool. I can't wait to see all this come together.
yeah, we'll leave the delivery date empty because it's not delivered yet,
Yep.
and
Yep.
we'll say it is on the way. So similarly, we'll do it for delivery failed.
I wonder if it would be worth it to do your. Well, I guess you wouldn't be able to do it. I was going to say if you would do your update item outside of the switch and then move it into the switch, but you wouldn't be able to because the inputs would be different.
Yes, and again, if we copy it from outside, it still does not work here.
Yeah. So, Yash, how long you been doing Flow for?
It's been about a year or so.
Just a year. Wow. Incredible.
So I'm keen on all the automation stuff, and it keeps me going.
Love it.
Again, we'll leave the delivery date and delivery fail over here. Now,
Yep.
one thing that we missed out is while updating the item when it was delivered, we also had to upload a screenshot of the image that the delivery executive took. And currently, a known issue with the Kaizala connector, or maybe not an issue, but it is designed that way, is we'll have to use the get method to actually get the picture from the URL that is generated as an action part. And
Okay.
so we have the question 4, so we'll choose answer to question 4 over here. It's just like this. That's all. And then
Okay.
we'll have attachment. So add attachment to the item that is there. Let's say proof.jpg, and here the content would be a binary and the body that is written.
Whoa. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
You actually made that pretty simple.
So this is a 3-step flow. Now we'll add a last action, which is sending an email. The two will be the email of the customer, and subject is current status, just like we get on our usual orders. We'll add the title of the item over here.
Yep. And you're adding it from the get item. Yep.
Yes, from the dynamic. Correct. Okay. Again, customizations all over here. You could select all this, and it's all parameterized. So the items and all this data will be filled dynamically.
Yep.
Uh, Current status, which is question 3. For details, here we'll add the responders details. That is the name of the delivery executor at his contact number. That's all.
Cool.
So this is our second flow. We have 2 here. Now the final one.
Yep.
Do it scheduled from blank this time.
Oh, look at that. He used something besides the instant trigger this time.
Yes. So I thought I'll go it this way. But this flow will be running every day to check all the items which are on the way or which were not delivered. And we can set all the details over here, time zone, start time. I'll say that it should run every day at 8 in the morning at minutes, but let's leave it there.
Yep.
Now we'll do a quick get items from the SharePoint list. All right, over here we'll use a filter query. We'll only get items where current status is not equal to delivered.
Okay.
So this is the name of the column and not equal to the value that we're looking for. So this item will, I mean, this action will just return us with the items where the status is not delivered.
Yep.
Now,
So he just was using OData to do that filter query. If you're not familiar with OData, I have a video on that you can check out, an intro to kind of get introduced to the whole idea.
and then we'll do an apply to each to all the values that have been returned, and again send an action to the Kaizala group.
Nice. So this way, if someone hasn't answered, we're going to go ahead and ping them all again and say, hey, this needs attention.
Yes. All right. So again, this is our third flow, which is ready.
All right.
Now we can go ahead and test this.
Awesome.
So before I start testing it, although we have the Kaizala app for web version, but it gives us the best user experience on the mobile app.
Okay.
So I have the software which allows me to pair my phone with my laptop for about 5 minutes or so.
Nice.
So I'll do that real quick. Oh,
Airbeam. That's good. I need to remember this.
we are connected, and this is Kaizala app. Here we are in the delivery management group.
Awesome.
Now I'll come to my Power App and let's create an item. So here I'll put order as 325, anything basically. The
Cool.
location, I'll just put it as warehouse. For email, again, I'm using my email address for this test purpose, which is and I will put a fake address, which is all right. Now, before I click it to go ahead, I'll come to this flow over here and we'll see a run history.
All right.
Let's just go ahead and create it. So as you can see, the item has been created. Now we'll go and see the details. Current status is empty because we have not updated it yet. Same
Yep.
goes for the other fields.
Okay.
So here in the Kaizala group, you can see I have this packet management delivery item details two. This two was the ID that we were sending from our SharePoint list. As
Yep.
you can see, okay, the ID column is actually hidden at first. You can come in and hide it anytime. So we have the ID as two. We'll check the flow run history. And as you can see, the flow ran successfully.
Nice.
And the action is here. Now what I'll do is, oh my God, again to our Kaizala action here. Now I'll click on respond over here. We have three questions initially. I'll say start. The item is received yes. It asks me the order ID, so I'll say two, which was the SharePoint list item ID.
Yep.
And after that, I have the current status. So let's say delivered for now, or
Okay.
else we could check the other options also. And then it asks me to send a delivery proof. So I'll tap to open the camera, take a picture of my laptop for now, and say done. Go to the next step. Let's say comment
I'm
is.
impressed. Your keyboard is very clean.
And then we have this location request. So next. And this is the response summary. I'll say submit.
Cool.
As you can see, it's sending the response and I have responded. Now, as you can see, I have this small edit button over here.
Yep.
I can click on the edit button and anytime go ahead and change. But since I have delivered the package, it won't send me the responses of the earlier version.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now we'll come back here to our Power App and we'll do a refresh. As you can see,
Woo.
the location has been updated and the package delivered.
Nice.
Same thing over here. Let's refresh this. As you
That
can
is awesome.
now
That
we'll
is awesome.
to our flow, which is succeeded. And here is the attachment also, the picture.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, let's see that. His clean keyboard.
So here is proof that it is delivered.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And finally, we get to see the email sent to the customer over here. Hey, your item was delivered and all this stuff. It has my name since I responded to the action and the phone number as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Then all the items that will have the not delivered, I mean the on the way or delivery failed over here. Next
Yep.
day, again the details of that will be sent, and it will create a loop of the delivery package management thing.
I love it. And so then every day that third flow just goes and says, "Hey, this one is on the way. What's going on here?" Or "Hey, this one is needs a status. It's still not. We don't know what's happening with it." And so then it's visibility, right? You're never losing track of these items. It's an automated way to make sure that nothing is getting dropped.
Exactly. Apart from that, it's like on the Canvas app, we have all the status over here. We could filter this list by all the non-delivered packages and see details, what's going on with it, which delivery executive has it. And it's like since the location of the delivery executive is being tracked, we have a proper track of the package.
I love it. That is awesome. Man, Yash, this is super cool. Thanks
Yeah.
so much, man, for showing me about Kaizala and how to put this all together. It's funny. I feel like Amazon Prime could take a couple lessons. Like this is a great system.
Yeah, yeah. As in, we could add more. I mean, there are already available connectors like Twilio and all that stuff that can help us in sending SMS-based alerts too of where the
Yeah,
order is. And I mean, it's based on all our use case and imagination of what all we can integrate with these tools.
totally, totally. All right. Well, Yash, I want you to go ahead and tell everybody one place where you would like them to come and follow you. Is that Twitter? Go ahead. You can stop sharing now if you want. Is that Twitter? Is that your blog? Is that the community? If you could give one call to action and say, everybody, come see me here. Where's that place?
It would be the new blog that I set up,
All right.
bythedevs.com. Uh,
Bythedevs.com. I'm going to put that down in the description. So go ahead, if you got this far and you saw value from what Yash taught today, go ahead and get following his blog, because he's going to be doing stuff like this all the time. He's constantly posting in the community. He's constantly helping people. Now this new blog, I am sure it's just going to be a wealth of goodness. So go bythedevs.com. Get following that today. Yash, man, thank you so much for joining me. It is such an honor to have you here. I hope this is our first, but not our last. I would love to have you on to do some more videos, but really appreciate your time, man.
Likewise, John. Same here.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, you know what to do. Go ahead and get into those links down below. Follow Yash, follow me, and make sure that you don't miss any more awesome content like this. All right, and so as simple as that, Yash shows us how to connect Kaizala to do some awesome things with messaging. I know that in the United States, Kaizala hasn't really caught on very much, but in Europe and in other parts of the world, it is growing like wildfire. So this one is for you guys, my international audience. Hopefully this adds some value to your life. All right, so you know what to do. Go and click that like button. Go ahead and click that subscribe so that you get all of these videos first and you don't miss any. Much love from me. I'll see you guys in the next video.